Lesson 1: The Perfect Grocery List.
I am so excited about our cooking weekend.
Me too. This will be a delightful experience.
Oh, and lots of water too. Hydration is important.
I will add that to my list. Do you have any specific recipes in mind?
Yes. I was thinking of making a delicious vegetable stir-fry.
That sounds wonderful. What vegetables will you include?
I plan to use bell peppers, broccoli, and snap peas.
Excellent choices. Those will add vibrant colors to the dish.
What about you? What will you be cooking?
I am thinking of a refreshing salad to go with it.
That will complement the stir-fry perfectly.
I will need to grab some lettuce, tomatoes, and cucumbers then.
Great idea! Those ingredients will make it crisp and flavorful.
I will also look for something crunchy, like nuts or seeds.
Ah, a wonderful addition. They will add texture and nutrition.
Speaking of nutrition, should we check for fresh herbs?
Yes. Fresh basil or cilantro could elevate both dishes.
I will write that down. Fresh ingredients always make a difference.
Indeed. Cooking with fresh produce is truly enjoyable.
And it brings out the best flavors in our meals.
Let us not forget to look for some spices to enhance our recipes.
Absolutely. A little seasoning goes a long way.
Here is to a fun cooking adventure ahead.
Lesson 2: Planning the perfect trip.
I heard you need help with your travel plans.
Well, I am planning a trip to London next month.
That sounds exciting. Have you been before?
No, this will be my first visit. I want to see everything.
A splendid ambition. What are your must-see attractions?
I definitely want to visit the British Museum.
Wonderful choice. The artifacts there are truly fascinating.
I am also eager to see the Tower of London.
Ah, the history there is captivating. Have you considered a guided tour?
That is a good idea. I want to learn all the interesting stories.
And what about trying some local food?
Absolutely. I have heard that fish and chips are a must.
Yes, and do not forget to try a traditional English breakfast.
I cannot wait. Speaking of food, what else should I explore?
You might enjoy visiting Borough Market for its diverse offerings.
That sounds delightful. I love trying different cuisines.
You will find many wonderful food stalls there.
This trip is starting to sound more and more delicious.
And have you thought about how you will get around the city?
I plan to use the tube, of course. It seems efficient.
Indeed. The tube is convenient for getting to various attractions.
I will need to familiarize myself with the map before my arrival.
A great idea. It will make navigating easier.
Thanks for the tips. I feel more prepared already.
Anytime. Let us keep discussing your plans until you leave.
Lesson 3: Adventure in the Sky.
Look at that hot air balloon drifting slowly over the chasm.
It is beautiful. I wish I could experience that.
Imagine the view from up there. However, it can be quite daunting.
Especially considering that it is over a bottomless chasm.
Exactly. What if something went wrong during the flight?
You mean like a leak developing in the balloon?
Precisely. That would certainly add a level of excitement, would it not?
Excitement or panic? I would feel my heart racing.
I imagine the passengers would have quite the story to tell.
Yes. We floated above a chasm and nearly plunged.
Quite the dramatic tale.
I wonder how they would react. Would they be terrified or exhilarated?
Probably a mix of both. Adrenaline can be quite invigorating.
I can picture them laughing nervously while holding on tight.
They would definitely create new friendships in that precarious moment.
We survived the great balloon leak together, could be their motto.
It would be a memorable way to bond, for sure.
I appreciate the thrill of adventure, but that might be too much for me.
Agree. I prefer my adventures a bit more grounded.
Like hiking or exploring a new city, perhaps?
Yes. A little less risky but still exhilarating.
And plenty of stories to share without the balloon drama.
Exactly. Here is to adventures on terra firma.
Lesson 4: Quirky Beliefs.
Did you hear about Susan's latest mishap?
No, what happened?
She needs a penny for her shoe.
A penny for her shoe? That sounds odd.
Well, she believes it will bring her good luck.
Interesting. I had no idea she was superstitious.
She is. It is one of her quirky beliefs.
I wonder where that idea comes from.
I believe it originates from old folklore.
Fascinating. Do you have any quirky beliefs?
Not particularly, but I do avoid walking under ladders.
That is a classic one. It is wise to be cautious.
What about you? Any superstitions that you follow?
I always knock on wood to avoid bad luck.
A good practice. It seems harmless enough.
Absolutely. Plus, it gives me peace of mind.
I can understand that. Superstitions can be comforting.
And they often add a bit of fun to life, do they not?
They certainly do. A little magic in our daily routines.
I think I might give Susan a penny for good luck.
A thoughtful gesture. It may brighten her day, too.
I hope it works. She could use some luck with her busy schedule.
Yes, life can be challenging. Everyone appreciates a little help.
True. Here is to Susan finding her lucky penny.
And to all of us embracing the quirks that make life interesting.
Lesson 5: Smart Business Strategies.
As we plan our business, we should consider competitive pricing.
I completely agree. However, we must also emphasize added value.
Exactly. Just having low prices does not guarantee success.
Right. Customers look for quality and benefits, not just a bargain.
What added values can we offer to differentiate ourselves?
Perhaps we could include free shipping or personalized customer service.
Those are excellent ideas. Personalization can create a loyal customer base.
Additionally, we could provide product guarantees to build trust.
A guarantee shows confidence in our offerings and reassures customers.
Absolutely. It lets them know we stand by our products.
Another option could be bundling products for a better deal.
That would certainly enhance perceived value.
Customers love feeling like they are getting more for their money.
Indeed. Would you also consider loyalty programs?
Yes. Rewarding repeat customers can further enhance engagement.
It creates a sense of community around our brand.
And that can lead to word-of-mouth referrals as well.
Exactly. Happy customers often become our best advertisers.
We must ensure that our pricing strategy reflects both quality and service.
A solid balance will position us strongly in the market.
Let us review our competitors to see how we can improve upon them.
Good idea. A competitive analysis will help us refine our approach.
Here is to crafting a successful business strategy together.
Lesson 6: Trials through time.
Have you ever read about the trials by ordeal in history?
Yes. Those were fascinating, albeit frightening, practices.
There were several different kinds of these trials, were there not?
Indeed. Some involved physical challenges, like walking on hot coals.
That is intense. Can you imagine the fear one must have felt?
I can hardly fathom it. What if you failed the trial?
The stakes were incredibly high. Failure often meant severe consequences.
Did they truly believe these trials would reveal the innocent?
Many cultures thought that divine intervention would protect the innocent.
It is astonishing how belief shapes such dangerous practices.
Yes. There were also trials involving water, like being thrown in a river.
It was called water ordeal, right? Either they floated, guilty, or sank, innocent.
Exactly. Quite a dramatic way to determine one's fate.
It raises so many questions about justice in those times.
It does. How could anyone feel safe under such systems?
I suppose it is a reminder of how far we have come in terms of justice.
A very good point. Modern systems strive for fairness and evidence.
I am grateful for scientific methods replacing those brutal trials.
As am I. Let us appreciate our own justice system.
Definitely. Here is to progress and the end of archaic practices.
Yes. May we learn from history, not repeat it.
Lesson 7: Cherished Memories.
I often reflect on the time I spent alone with my parents.
Those moments are truly special. What do you remember most?
I recall that I received lots of attention when I was first born.
Oh, I can imagine. It is often the case with firstborns.
Yes. They took lots and lots of photos of me.
Did you ever feel like a celebrity in your own home?
Sometimes, yes. I was always the center of attention.
That sounds wonderful. I bet it made you feel very loved.
It certainly did. How about you? What was your experience like?
I was the youngest, so my siblings got most of the attention.
That must have been interesting. Did you often compete for their affection?
Occasionally, yes. I would find ways to be included in their activities.
Clever. What kinds of things did you do to get noticed?
I learned to tell jokes and perform little skits.
That sounds delightful. Did it work in getting their attention?
Absolutely. They loved it, and I enjoyed every minute.
It is amazing how siblings can create bonds through fun.
Yes. Those memories stay with you forever.
Funny how our childhood shapes who we become, is it not?
Indeed. I cherish those moments and the laughter we shared.
Here is to reminiscing about our childhood adventures.
Lesson 8: Travel Dreams.
Where are you planning to travel next?
I am thinking of visiting Paris.
Ah, the City of Light. That sounds absolutely enchanting.
It does it not? I have always dreamed of seeing the Eiffel Tower.
You must. It is a must-see landmark. Have you considered when to go?
I am aiming for spring. The weather is usually quite lovely then.
Perfect time. The flowers will be blooming, adding to the beauty.
I can already picture picnicking in front of the tower.
That sounds delightful. What else do you want to see while you are there?
I definitely want to visit the Louvre. I cannot miss seeing the Mona Lisa.
Yes. It is one of the most famous paintings in the world.
I also want to wander through Montmartre and explore its charm.
It is such a picturesque area. The artists and cafes create a wonderful atmosphere.
And let us not forget about indulging in croissants and macarons.
Absolutely. You must try a freshly baked croissant from a local bakery.
I will. Food is a massive part of the Parisian experience.
Do you plan to learn any French before your trip?
I hope to pick up some basic phrases. A little effort goes a long way.
Indeed. People appreciate it when you attempt their language.
Exactly. I want to connect with locals while enjoying the culture.
It sounds like you have a well-rounded plan.
I am excited. This trip will be unforgettable, I am sure.
Here's to your upcoming adventure in Paris.
Lesson 9: Voices of Revolution.
It is incredible to learn about the fiery speeches from the Revolutionary era.
Indeed. One impactful figure was Patrick Henry from Virginia.
Yes. He is famous for speaking against the tyranny of British rule.
His words resonate even today: give me liberty or give me death.
Absolutely. That phrase ignited passion and determination among the colonists.
Imagine the courage it took to stand up and demand freedom.
It was daring. His speech was a turning point in American history.
It rallied people to fight for their rights and independence.
What do you think inspired Henry to speak out like that?
I believe it was a deep sense of justice and a desire for freedom.
His conviction sparked a movement that transformed a nation.
It is fascinating how words can motivate so many people.
Yes. A single speech can change the course of history.
I wonder how his peers reacted to his bold statement.
Some might have been inspired, while others likely felt threatened.
That makes sense. Revolutionary ideas often come with resistance.
Absolutely. But courage is essential for progress.
His legacy teaches us about the power of a strong voice.
Here's to Patrick Henry and the spirit of liberty he embodied.
Lesson 10: Embracing Individuality.
You know, I have been thinking about how unique we all are.
I completely agree. I am myself, and I am glad that I am special.
That is a wonderful mindset. It is important to celebrate our individuality.
Absolutely. Everyone has something that makes them stand out.
I think recognizing our differences can be quite empowering.
Yes. It helps us appreciate who we are and what we bring to the world.
You are special too, you know. Your creativity shines through.
Thank you. That means a lot coming from you.
It is true. Your ability to think outside the box inspires those around you.
I appreciate your kind words. What do you consider your special trait?
I would say my enthusiasm for learning new things.
That is indeed special. You always share interesting facts and ideas.
I try to keep the conversations lively. What about your passion for art?
Art allows me to express my feelings and thoughts creatively.
It is a beautiful way to connect with others, for sure.
And we each contribute to the world in our own unique manner.
Exactly. When we embrace ourselves, we inspire others to do the same.
Let us always remind each other of our uniqueness.
Yes. Here is to celebrating our special traits every day.
Lesson 11, Traveling Tips.
I just checked the airline's baggage policy.
Oh, and what did you find out?
Yes, you can bring a large bag, but be prepared to store it properly.
That is good to know. What do they mean by store it properly?
They want to ensure that it fits safely in the overhead compartments.
Ah, I see. It can be quite chaotic if everyone brings oversized bags.
Exactly. Imagine the struggle during boarding.
Right. It would be like a game of Tetris up there.
I can picture it now, everyone trying to shove their bags in.
And the poor flight attendants. They must have seen it all.
True. They are like the referees of our luggage battles.
Perhaps we should aim for a smaller bag to ease the process.
A brilliant idea. It will make our travel so much smoother.
Plus, carrying less luggage means more room for souvenirs.
Exactly. And it saves the struggle of wheeling a heavy bag around.
Do you think we need to bring anything special for the flight?
A neck pillow always helps with comfort during longer trips.
Great suggestion. I can fall asleep almost immediately once seated.
That is a useful skill. I admire your ability to doze off.
Thank you. Perhaps a cozy blanket would be a good addition, too.
Definitely. A little comfort goes a long way in the air.
Here is to organized packing and a smooth journey.
Yes. Let us prepare to take to the skies with style.
Lesson 12, The Art of Connection.
Great. So you are here with Mark.
Yes, I am. I have been looking all over for you.
I must say, this festival is quite large. Where did you two wander off to?
We were exploring the amazing sculptures in that corner.
Ah, the sculptures are impressive. Did you find anything particularly interesting?
Absolutely. There was a giant sculpture of a fish that caught my eye.
A fish? That sounds unique. Was it made of recycled materials?
It was. I appreciate how artists use sustainability in their work.
That is a wonderful approach. Art can make such powerful statements about the environment.
Exactly. Speaking of powerful, I saw some stunning paintings earlier.
Really? What were they about?
Many depicted scenes of nature, while others told stories of community and culture.
How inspiring! Art has a way of conveying emotions and experiences.
It truly does. I believe it connects people from diverse backgrounds.
And that connection is what makes this festival special.
Yes. I wonder if Mark appreciates the artwork as much as we do.
I believe he does. He has a great taste for the arts.
If only we could find him to share our impressions.
Let us keep an eye out. I am certain he is around here somewhere.
Agreed. Maybe we should check the food stalls, he could be trying something delicious.
Excellent idea. Good food and good art make for a perfect day.
Lesson 13, Growing Green.
I am glad we decided to visit this garden center.
Yes, it is wonderful here. I love being surrounded by nature.
That is good to know. How long does it usually take for plants to grow?
It varies depending on the type of plant, does it not?
Absolutely. Some plants can sprout within a few days.
Others may take weeks or even months to develop.
I wonder which plants are the fastest to grow.
I believe radishes are among the quickest. They can be ready in about 3 weeks.
That is impressive. I might consider growing those.
They add a nice crunch to salads as well.
What about herbs? How long do they generally take?
Basil usually takes about 2 weeks to sprout.
Perfect. Fresh herbs would enhance our cooking nicely.
Indeed. And learning patience is part of the gardening journey.
Very true. It is fascinating to watch plants transform from seeds.
It surely is. Each day brings new changes and growth.
I am excited just thinking about it.
We should also consider planting some flowers for color.
Yes. Bright flowers can really liven up the garden.
I hope we can create a beautiful, thriving space together.
Here's to our potential green thumbs.
Lesson 14, Autumn Adventures.
I remember walking barefoot from the cider mills that I passed as usual.
Barefoot? That sounds delightful but a bit daring.
It was. The cool grass felt refreshing against my feet.
I can imagine. Did you ever step on anything sharp?
A couple of times. I learned to watch where I stepped.
That must have added excitement to your walks.
Definitely. Each step was an adventure in itself.
What did you like most about visiting the cider mills?
I loved tasting the fresh apple cider right from the press.
Ah, nothing beats that first sip of sweet cider.
Exactly. and the smell of freshly made donuts was irresistible.
Those donuts. I could not resist devouring them.
How about you? What childhood memories do you have of fall?
I remember picking apples with my family. Such good times.
That sounds fun. Did you have a favorite type of apple?
I adored Honeycrisps. They are so sweet and crunchy.
Great choice. I always liked the tartness of Granny Smith apples.
Those are perfect for baking. Did you ever make apple pie?
Oh, yes. We had pie making competitions in my family.
That sounds hilarious. Were there any secret ingredients?
My secret was adding a pinch of cinnamon for extra flavor.
Solid strategy. I should try that next time.
Here is to reminiscing about our autumn adventures.
Lesson 15: The Power of Kindness.
I recently witnessed someone perform a random act of kindness.
Oh, really? That sounds lovely. What happened?
A woman helped an elderly man carry his groceries to his car.
I am sure it made her day. Little gestures can be so uplifting.
Indeed. It reminded me how powerful kindness can be.
Absolutely. Those small acts often have a bigger impact than we realize.
Yes. They can turn someone's entire day around.
I have experienced that myself. It is amazing how a kind word can lift your spirits.
Do you remember the last time someone was kind to you?
Yes. A stranger once paid for my coffee when I was feeling down.
That is heartwarming. It shows that kindness knows no bounds.
Precisely. It encourages us to spread positivity.
I think it inspires others to pay it forward.
For sure. Kindness can create a ripple effect in our communities.
I want to incorporate more random acts of kindness in my daily life.
That is a wonderful goal. Even small gestures can make a difference.
Like leaving a cheerful note for someone or helping a neighbor.
Yes. It can be as simple as offering a smile.
Here is to embracing kindness and making the world a better place.
Lesson 16: Exploring the Unknown.
Have you noticed how many books and movies tell stories of what those forms of life might be like?
Yes. It is fascinating how creative minds envision life beyond our planet.
Indeed. Some portray aliens as friendly companions, while others depict them as threats.
I wonder what influences these differing perspectives.
Perhaps it reflects our hopes and fears about the unknown.
That makes sense. We often fear what we do not understand.
Exactly. But there are also optimistic stories, like those in E.T. and Contact.
Both are wonderful. They show the potential for friendship and communication.
And they highlight the idea that understanding is essential.
I appreciate how these stories inspire curiosity about the universe.
Yes. They encourage us to explore and question what lies beyond.
Have you read any recent science fiction novels that stood out?
I recently enjoyed The Martian by Andy Weir. It is thrilling and humorous.
I have heard of that one. The blend of science and humor is intriguing.
It keeps you engaged while pondering the challenges of survival.
I love stories that blend reality with imagination.
Me too. They stretch the boundaries of what we consider possible.
And they inspire future generations to explore further.
Here is to the endless possibilities of life beyond Earth.
Lesson 17, Exploring Australia.
I have been thinking about our trip to Australia.
Yes. I cannot wait to explore. Sydney has a beautiful harbour that is one of the largest in the world.
It truly is remarkable. The view of the Sydney Opera House from the harbour is iconic.
I have always dreamed of seeing it in person.
You will love it. The atmosphere near the water is vibrant and lively.
Speaking of beautiful places, what about Melbourne?
Melbourne has many beautiful parks and gardens.
I have heard the Royal Botanic Gardens are stunning.
They are a perfect spot for a leisurely stroll or a delightful picnic.
That sounds wonderful. I cannot wait to take photos of the lush landscapes.
You will get plenty of excellent shots. The parks have amazing flower displays.
I might even bring back some pictures to frame at home.
That sounds like a great idea. They will remind us of our adventures.
Also, have you checked out the local food scene in Melbourne?
Yes. It is known for its eclectic food culture. Any favorite dishes you want to try?
I want to try the famous meat pies. They sound delicious.
And do not forget about the coffee. Melbourne is known for it.
Coffee culture in Australia is impressive. I need to experience it fully.
We should visit local cafes to truly enjoy the atmosphere.
Absolutely. Here is to exploring Sydney and Melbourne together.
Yes. I am eager to create lasting memories in Australia.
Lesson 18, Fitness and Fun.
I heard you inquiring about fitness classes.
Yes. I am interested in finding a good workout routine.
Well, we offer yoga and aerobics classes twice a week.
That sounds fantastic. What days are the classes held?
Yoga is on Tuesdays and aerobics is on Thursdays.
Perfect. I could use both relaxation and invigorating workouts.
Exactly. Yoga is great for flexibility and mindfulness.
And aerobics will definitely get my heart pumping.
Yes. Plus, it is a fun way to meet new people.
That is true. Group classes often create a strong sense of community.
Have you tried yoga before?
I have. It helps me manage stress and feel centered.
Wonderful. I am sure you will enjoy our instructor.
I look forward to it. How is the aerobics class structured?
It combines energetic music with fun choreography.
Sounds like a great way to break a sweat.
It is. And you will burn quite a few calories in the process.
I am excited to join in. Any suggestions for beginners?
Just come with an open mind and ready to have fun.
I can do that. I will also remember to stay hydrated.
Excellent idea. Water is essential during workouts.
I am curious to see how both classes complement each other.
They will. Together, they create a well-rounded fitness routine.
Here's to strengthening both body and mind.
Yes. Let us embrace a healthier lifestyle together.
Lesson 19, Weather Wonders.
Did you notice how quickly the sky changes direction?
Yes. It is fascinating to see the clouds move in like that.
I wonder what is causing those changes. Meteorology can be quite complex.
Indeed. The weatherman can warn people if there is a chance of a hurricane or tornado.
That is crucial. Early warnings can save lives and property.
Absolutely. It is amazing how technology has improved weather forecasting.
For instance, radar systems can track storms and predict their paths.
Yes. And satellite imagery shows us real-time developments in the atmosphere.
Can you imagine how different things were without this technology?
It must have been incredibly challenging to warn people back then.
Very true. People relied on their instincts and local signs.
Today, we have apps that alert us with just a tap.
Technology is truly remarkable. It helps us stay informed and prepared.
Speaking of preparation, what do you think we should do if a storm approaches?
I believe having an emergency kit is essential.
Yes. Non-perishable food, water, and batteries are a must.
And we should stay updated on alerts from reliable sources.
Exactly. Knowledge is power when it comes to severe weather.
Here is to appreciating the wonders of weather and the science behind it.
Lesson 20, Cooking Fundamentals.
Today, we are going to focus on essential products and some pantry staples.
That sounds fantastic. Let us start with fruits and veggies.
Absolutely. Fresh produce is the foundation of a healthy meal.
What types of fruits do you suggest we have on hand?
I think apples and bananas are great because they are versatile and easy to use.
Those are excellent choices. What about vegetables?
Carrots and bell peppers are also fantastic staples.
I love bell peppers. They add color and crunch to any dish.
Precisely. And carrots are perfect for snacking or adding to soups.
Speaking of soups, does that remind you of any special recipes?
Yes. A hearty vegetable soup can be made with those ingredients.
That sounds delicious. How do we turn these fresh items into a great dish?
Start by sautéing the veggies, then add broth and seasonings.
Simple enough. I appreciate recipes that do not take too long.
Agreed. Quick meals can still be nutritious and flavorful.
What about pantry staples? What should we keep stocked?
Olive oil, rice, and canned beans are essential.
Those are perfect. They are easy to incorporate into many meals.
Plus, they can help us whip up a meal in no time.
I love efficient cooking. Should we also include herbs and spices?
Absolutely. Dried herbs like oregano and basil can enhance flavors greatly.
This is turning into a fantastic plan for our cooking adventure.
Here's to nourishing our bodies with fresh ingredients.
Lesson 21: Managing Responsibilities.
Hey, have you paid your bills this month?
Yes, I just finished it yesterday.
That is great. I always feel relieved once that is done.
Absolutely. It is satisfying to check it off the list.
How do you keep track of all your expenses?
I use a budgeting app. It keeps everything organized and easy to manage.
That sounds convenient. I might need to try that.
It is very helpful. You can set reminders for each bill too.
That would definitely keep me on track. I often forget the due dates.
It happens to the best of us. What method do you usually use?
I usually rely on sticky notes around my desk.
A classic approach. But it may not be the most effective.
You are right. Sometimes I overlook the notes entirely.
Have you ever tried automatic payments?
Not yet. I am a bit hesitant about it.
Understandable. Automatic payments require trust in the system.
True. But it could simplify things, reducing the chance of late fees.
Exactly. Plus, you can always review your statements regularly.
That sounds like a good compromise. I might give it a shot.
Just ensure you have enough funds in your account each month.
Yes. That is crucial to avoid unexpected surprises.
Here is to more efficient bill management.
Yes. May we both conquer our monthly responsibilities.
Lesson 22, Problem-Solving Strategies.
I believe it is essential to encourage students to think of solutions to their problems.
Absolutely. Empowering them to brainstorm can foster creativity.
Yes. I often suggest they write down their ideas, no matter how small.
That is a smart approach. Writing can clarify their thoughts.
But what if they make mistakes in their problem-solving process?
Mistakes are a natural part of learning. They should view them as opportunities.
Exactly. Each mistake can teach a valuable lesson.
Sometimes, the best discoveries arise from errors, do they not?
Indeed. Encouraging a positive attitude towards mistakes is crucial.
I often remind students that even great inventors faced failures.
Brilliant. Famous figures like Thomas Edison said, "I have not failed, I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work."
That perfectly illustrates the power of perseverance.
I believe students should feel safe to explore their ideas.
A supportive environment allows them to take risks without fear.
True. They can learn to analyze what worked and what did not.
It builds their critical thinking skills.
And it prepares them for real-world challenges they may face.
Here is to fostering resilience and problem solving in our future leaders.
Yes. Let us inspire them to embrace their journey.